How do you start a YouTube channel step by step? You know, a lot of people want to get started and they take the first couple of steps and then all of a sudden this crazy stuff comes out of the woodwork, totally blindsides you. Didn't see that coming, didn't realize I need that. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to hopefully uncover a few of those hidden little gems that tend to throw people off guard, and we'll cover those in just a second. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to know how to set up your YouTube channel, your business YouTube channel on YouTube. Get a YouTube account for your business. You're going to go through the key elements of what do you need to put on there? What's your YouTube channel going to cover? We'll cipher that for you. And the quick 5-minute test to see how long you can sustain this. And I hate to tell you, but this is only a pass-fail grade. So let's get to it. Now, here's the one step that throws most people off, especially when you're just getting started. To get your business YouTube channel up and running, you start with your Google account. How did that happen? Well, basically the two are in cahoots with each other. No, what they do is Google owns YouTube. And now it's no surprise that, obviously Google is the #1 search engine in the world. What's the #2 search engine? YouTube. I do this all the time myself, personally, when I like to tinker around on my cars. And the one that's taking up most of my time right now is either my 99 F350 with the 7.3 liter diesel, or I also have a little 2002 Ford Mustang that I like to zip around in. And those two are taking a little bit of my time. So what do? First thing I know I've got a problem, I go Google it. Here are the possibilities. Okay, great. How do I fix those possibilities? Then I go over to YouTube. YouTube will now show me what I need to do. It's the search engine 1-2 punch between Google and YouTube. That's why the two are doing so well, because Google owns YouTube and YouTube has become a secondary search engine for how do I actually do something. That structure is very key. How? People are asking questions. How? When? What? What do I do if? How do I get? Those are all key examples of what you need to be producing content about. So once you've signed into Google, head on over to YouTube, and the first thing you're going to do is click Start a New Account. Now, which one are you going to do? You're going to be presented with an option, either a personal account or a brand account. A brand account you can do for the company, and especially if you want to have, say, multiple people managing it. Let's say the marketing department's going to be in charge of it, or maybe you've got a designated video producer who will be filming things throughout the day at the store or at the factory or at the company, and they'll be editing it down and turning it into content. You might want to have them accessible to it. A brand account might be the way to go. You don't have to. You can set it up under your personal account, but make it the business. So either one, whichever scenario you think you're going to go with, that'd be the one to pick. A brand account or just another personal account as the business. And then once you choose which one you're going to pick, that's where you start filling out the basic information. It's the name of the company, the address, you have a banner that you're going to want to create for the top of the page. A key tip to that banner is if you are going to be the spokesperson, we need you inside that banner. Just a picture of you in it, maybe an action shot or doing something or blending in with the background or whatever it may be. You want the face in the video to be the face on the channel, and so you know that you've got the right place no matter whenever you come to this channel, you know you're in the right place. Now, we cover all kinds of things about your business channel creation, whether it be a business YouTube channel or a business podcast or even business blogging. Whatever it's going to be to accelerate the growth of your business, we cover it here. So be sure to like and subscribe, and maybe even tell other business owners, your friends, about it. If they're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or a podcast for their business, tell them about this place. We'll get them up and running. Now, a key element is, what are you going to put on your channel? Well, like I just said, we cover all the elements of doing a YouTube video channel for your business or a podcast for your business or blogging for your business. Be sure to put that in the description. Second of all, how do you come up with those titles? You do a little SEO research. Start listening to what your current customers are saying. If you've got a sales team, give them a quick little exercise the next time you have your next sales meeting. Get everybody together and just have them take 5-10 minutes of your sales meeting and have them write down the questions that they're hearing over and over and over again from potential clients. And then when you correlate those, get them correlated and pass them out at the following meeting, you're going to see something very interesting. About 80% of all of those questions will be repeats. Across the board, your salespeople are hearing the same 80% of the questions. And then depending on the client's situation, they always toss in 1, 2, 3 others that probably specifically pertain to them. If you're a financial planner, you've got the couple that's about to retire, they're empty nesters and in their 50s or 60s, versus the young family that is planning on, they've got 1 kid and they're planning on 2 more. They're still starting out in their career, but they're doing very well and climbing the ladder. 2 completely different scenarios, but yet you've connected with them both. They've been asking questions, and these are the answers that you're going to provide in your videos, in your podcast episodes. The easiest way to sum it up is boil it down to the word teach. And when people have a question, they're looking for an answer, you give them that answer in the form of a teaching lesson. Now, it doesn't have to be class and standing in front of a blackboard or anything like that. Unless that's your style. Blackboard and chalk works very well. I know a lot of people just use whiteboards these days. However you want to do it is fine. Whatever showcases your personality, because the other key element is we need to know, like, and trust you before we do business with you. So if you're a personal trainer, if you're a fitness expert or a financial expert or anything that has to do with retirement, one of the greatest success stories about YouTube videos and bringing clients in was for a pool company. Every single one of those has their own set of questions. And when you find those questions, you cater your episodes and your videos to those titles. You just take those questions and verbatim use them as your titles. Now, when you start doing episodes, big caution here. Don't turn this into a 15, 30, 60-minute advertisement, okay? That's called QVC. We've seen that before. We don't go there. You are in teaching mode. And I mean teach. Show people the ins and outs, the backdoor stuff, the stuff that most people would consider hidden. If you can boil down, now here's the other kicker, if you've got pretty complex, say, financial things, financial subjects or insurance or something like that, if you can boil it down to some really plain speak, you can practically write your own check. You'll have so many clients. When people understand you and see what you're doing and understand that it's there to help them and they get it how it helps them, there's no selling involved. You're building relationships and you're helping people. The checks will come. Don't worry about that. The more people you can help, the better you'll be. So now that you've gotten all those things together, especially with your sales team, give them this little test. Take all those titles together, lay them all out, and then just kind of fine-tune them with a Google search. All right? See if you can't come up with 20 topics that you could just riff off of for 10 to 15 minutes. If I dropped a topic into your lap that's in your wheelhouse, could you just talk about it for 5 to 10 minutes? That's what you want to find out. Again, they're already titled, so don't worry about that, but just call them memory joggers for you, okay? This is the behind-the-scenes stuff that you don't need to worry too deeply about. But as a memory jogger, if you can talk about it from there, chances are you're going to have a very sustainable and very effective channel. And like I said, get it on paper first. If it's not going to make it on paper, it probably won't live very long on YouTube or as a podcast or as your blog article. I come from a theater background. And as a stage manager, the phrase was, if it ain't on the page, it ain't on the stage. Well, just as the same thing here. If we can't document it first and plan it out and get it squared away before we even crack the mic or hit record on the camera, chances are it's not going to live very long. And you want to be able to do this for a very long time because the results are going to be phenomenal. Now, one of the key elements to producing all these videos is your demeanor and your presentation on camera. And I cannot overstate this enough. You want to be able to connect on a one-on-one basis with your clients. Don't think of this as an audience, because they're not going to be an audience. You're not going to be talking. Somebody's not going to have 5,000 people in their home and they're going to watch your videos. It's just not going to happen. They're going to be surfing. They're going to find you individually. Now, how do you interact on camera with them as an individual? I've got a free PDF download for you. Down in the description, click on the link below and get your copy of Engaging Your Audience, the 3 secrets to skyrocketing your podcast success. Yes, it says podcast. It applies to YouTube, podcasting, even blog articles, sales presentations, you name it. Anytime there's communication going on, especially in a one-on-one situation, or frankly, even in a crowd situation, use this. These techniques will help propel your results. Down in the description, click on the link right now and get your free copy in just a matter of minutes. I'm Nic Natarella with AdWise Creative. Thank you for watching.